did not expect Arknights Endfield to be this good. Like, at all. When Enfield was first announced, I was interested, sure, but my expectations were honestly pretty low. Not because I hate Arknights or anything, but because spin-offs like this usually go one of two ways. Either they're fine but forgettable, or they're just writing the name of the original game. And I would 100% thought Enfield was going to be one of those. But nah, this thing surprised me in basically every possible way. So before actually playing or watching more gameplay, my mindset on Arknights was, okay, Arknights but 3D. Probably decent, probably a little chunky, and probably style over substance. Because let's be real, Arknights is known for its story, music, and tower defense gameplay. Translating that to a fully 3D action strategy hybrid, that's an extremely risky thing to do. A lot of gacha games try to do this and end up feeling stiff, shallow, or straight up unfinished. And that's exactly what I expected Arknights to be like. But again, I was wrong. The visuals were way better than I expected. And the presentation is good. Enfield looks clean, like suspiciously clean. And the animations? Surprisingly smooth. Movements feel intentional. Combat doesn't look floaty or stiff, and even just watching characters idle or transition between actions feels so polished. And that's probably the best way I can actually describe Arknights Endfield. It doesn't feel like a gacha game despite it being a gacha game. And the main factor behind that feeling is the AIC factory. The AIC systems actually feel important. You're not just clicking buttons and inventing once a day, you're actually expanding, managing resources, and setting up things in a way that directly affects how strong you get, and how smoothly everything else runs. It ties into progression in a really natural way. You're exploring, fighting, coming back, improving your factory, and then heading out stronger than before. That loop feels really satisfying, especially because it fits the whole rebuilding in a broken world idea. It also just adds this really calm, steady rhythm to the whole experience of Arknights Endfield. After you've been out exploring and fighting, coming back to the AIC factory feels grounding, like you're returning to something stable that you built yourself. You're not just upgrading stats, you're improving systems and smoothing out resource flow, slowly expanding your footprint in this world. And because those improvements carry forward into how good and how strong your teams actually are, even small changes feel meaningful over time. It turns progression into something you nurture instead of something you just unlock. That steady, almost meditative growth is what makes the loop feel so satisfying. Enfield's character design feels way more grounded than a lot of other gachas. They still look cool, obviously, but they don't feel over-designed or out of place. Their outfits actually make sense for the world, and their animations have weight to them. Nothing feels like it's there to just grab your attention for 2 seconds and move on. Yes, the characters are fanservice-y, but, this is a gacha game. What do you expect? The most important thing is the characters feel like they belong in this world, which makes me way more invested in them. All of this combined is why Enfield surprised me so much. It doesn't feel desperate to be the next Genshin, and it's not chasing trends. It feels like it knows exactly what kind of game it wants to be, and it's confident enough to take its time. That said, we do need to talk about one thing that I'm still a little worried about: the gacha system. Not having a guaranteed 6-star until 120 pulls is crazy work. You can literally grind for a week just to lose your 50-50, and the pity doesn't even carry over banner to banner. I really don't want this to turn into one of those games where you feel like you need to save constantly or risk falling behind when better units come out. If they handle pity fairly, this game is going to earn a ton of goodwill, and if they don't, it could really hurt the experience, no matter how good the rest of the game is. So yeah, Arknights Endfield didn't just meet my expectations, it completely blew past them. I went in expecting decent gameplay, and came out genuinely excited to see where this game goes. And that's not something I say lightly. A lot of games can be fun for a few hours, but this feels like it has real direction. It feels like the systems actually talk to each other, like there's a clear vision behind how everything fits together. The more I played, the more I started noticing small details that made the whole experience stronger. The way progression loops back into itself, way exploration feeds into growth, and the way your base slowly becomes a reflection of your time spent in the world. It left me thinking about it even after I stopped playing, and that's usually a good sign about how good a game really is. What really surprised me is how confident it feels for something that could have easily played it safe. It doesn't just rely on the same name or the aesthetic. It builds its own identity through the ways it handles progression and pacing. There's this steady momentum to it, where every session feels like it pushes you a little further, not just in power, but in understanding. And that's why I'm so excited. Not because it was perfect, but because it feels like it has so much room to grow in interesting ways. And if this is the foundation, then I'm genuinely curious to see how much bigger and more refined this game can become. But I'm curious, did this game surprise you too, or are you still on the fence? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys Starside.